But first, downtown Cleveland's struggling to stay relevant as we try to rebound from this pandemic. Tonight, we take an in-depth look at what it means to live, work, and play in Cleveland.
Of course, our city is no stranger to the spotlight, but while we play host to marquee events, our guests need a place to stay, which is both a cause for celebration and a cause for concern.
Sure, now one of the city's hottest hotels is on life support and could close next Friday if somebody doesn't swoop in. Court filings claim the owner of the Westin Cleveland downtown failed to pay the bills.
Cash flow isn't Optimum Management Group's only problem. It was also the focus of an FBI raid this summer. The hearing to appoint a receiver to save the Westin Cleveland takes place next Wednesday. And while the money problems for the Westin are troubling, News 5's Jordan Vandenberg found there is a glimmer of hope.
The hospitality industry is all about hitting your numbers. Consider this. In the downtown Cleveland area, there are about 4,853 hotel rooms. In 2019, the occupancy rate was about 67%. But then in 2020, that number fell by about 40 points. But here's the thing though, Cleveland's drop-offs aren't unique. In fact, the entire country is dealing with this.
Every day is a step closer to normalcy. And for hotels in Cleveland's central core, part of looking to the future is hanging on through the present.
Probably continues to be the hardest hit industry across the country.
The pain that the Cleveland hotel market experienced throughout 2020 was felt in every market, not only in the country, but around the world.
The pandemic, which celebrates its first birthday this week, brought unprecedented declines for downtown hotels. For example, revenue per room dropped 67%, according to the Downtown Cleveland Alliance. Two of downtown's largest, the Hilton and Westin hotels, are in especially precarious positions. County coffers had to offset the publicly owned Hilton to the tune of $22 million. In the Westin, whose owners face a federal investigation, is under foreclosure. The pandemic's impact can't be understated, but hope is on the horizon.
And what we found is that there's a significant portion, the majority, in fact, of the traveling public do anticipate and expect to travel this year. There's a lot of pent-up demand out there.
We are going to be starting what we call an out-of-market marketing campaign to try and get some visitors here for the NFL draft.
The NFL draft could be that much-needed injection in a post-pandemic recovery. And although fan capacity still hasn't been determined, Emily Lauer from Destination Cleveland and Patrick Mayock from travel analytics firm STR say it's important economically and symbolically.
Hosting the NFL draft in Cleveland, we will have a percentage of something. We have done the percentage of nothing model for the last 12 months, and that's a model no one wants to ever go back to.
Group business fundamentally disappeared over 2020. And downtown hotels are so much reliant on that type of business than some hotels in some of the surrounding markets. Having a marquee event like the draft, or even things half that caliber, are really important.
So how long is this recovery going to take? Well, after 9/11, the recovery took about 24 months. And then after the Great Recession, the hospitality industry recovered in about 36 months. And Mayock says this recovery could be in the same ballpark. In downtown Cleveland, Jordan Vandenberg, News 5.